We're going to take a look at the sketching tools now to draw objects in Inventor to create into 3D parts. So if we haven't done so already, we'll come up and start our 2D sketch, choose a plane we wish to draw on, and that'll take us to the sketching environment. When we're drawing in Inventor, we want to make sure we're always using this center point here. That's a 0, 0 origin. I'm going to choose the pan tool and I'll just click and drag this down the bottom left to give me a little bit more room to draw in. Escape to deselect that. And now if we have a look up at the create part of our ribbon, we can see all the different drawing tools we can use. We have the line tool, which also has a menu that allows us to draw some other things down here. And if we mouse over those, we'll get a little pop-up window that explains what that tool does. There's a circle tool. We've got 3 different ways of drawing a circle or an ellipse. There's the arc tool. Again, we have 3 different ways we can draw an arc depending on our requirements. And then we have the rectangle tool, which has several different ways and options in here. So if we wanted a slot that has rounded corners, for example, or a polygon, if we wanted to draw a hexagon, they can all be found in the rectangle tool. We also have a few other options here that we'll go through a little bit later. To use these tools, for example the line tool, come along, we'll select that by clicking on the icon and then come down to the 0, 0 origin. So you'll notice that when I'm in the draw tool, I've got some little X and Y coordinates there. And a helpful little thing in Inventor is when we get close to that, it snaps to that point, and you'll notice it snapped because it's turned green. To draw an Inventor, it's simply left click and let go and move our cursor out, and you can see the line is following us there. Alright, so we go to where we want to place it, and we can left click to place. The other option is if we know the dimensions we're drawing at, you'll notice that at the moment there's 2 boxes, one that says 90 degrees in white and the other that says 13.746 mm for millimeters, and that one's highlighted blue. So if I wanted to, I can come along and type in my dimension, in this case 30. I don't have to type in mm because it's already set in millimeters, and can press enter to set that dimension. If I hit tab on my keyboard, it changes to the degrees, so it allows me to manually enter the degrees that I want that line to be on. Also, while drawing, when we come along, you'll notice that sometimes the lines will snap because it can detect the end of other lines, and it snaps there to help you guide those lines. So in this case I want to close this off, so I can just left click there. Then finally I'm going to come down to the origin point to finish the shape and click again, and you'll notice now that it stopped drawing. That's because I've completely enclosed a shape, and Inventor assumes that I'm finished with that tool. One thing to be wary of when you're using the line tool is if you left click and hold it down while drawing, Inventor thinks that you want to draw an arc, which can be useful in some cases if you want rounded corners. But if you're trying to draw straight lines and you're getting an arc, just remember it's because you're holding the button down, and what you want is just a left click, let go, left click to place, left click to place, and keep moving on. Once you've finished drawing your object and you're ready to start turning into a 3D object, come up to the ribbon and click on Finish Sketch to return to the 3D modeling environment.